In this video, we're going to show you to install a power window regulator with motor on your Toyota Camry located inside the driver's side front door. Using a small pocket screwdriver or a trim tool, we're going to go ahead and remove our trim bezel here, and you're going to insert this here and gently pry up and out. And then do the same on the bottom. Pull it out and away, releasing this little latch or lock from the inside of the panel. Set that aside. Using a trim tool, you want to get underneath the bezel here and gently pry it up. Pull this tab back from underneath the door panel. When you pull this out, you'll have the electrical connector right here for the main switch. On the bottom is the little tab you want to press in on to unlock it. So press in on that and remove the connector. On the forward portion of the door panel, we have these trim buttons. Use your trim tool. Go ahead and pop these off. Use your Phillips head screwdriver to go ahead, loosen and remove these two screws. On the door pull, there should be two buttons, one here, one here. Ours is missing on the lower portion. But to remove this here, you can use a small pocket screwdriver. Get on in there and gently pry it out. So if you have the button on the bottom portion, go ahead and remove that one as well. Now inside are going to be Phillips head screws. Loosen and remove these. On the back portion here, there are two plastic buttons. You can use a pocket screwdriver or a small pick and gently push in on the very center. Once you see that and hear it click, use your trim tool. Remove this, and these are reusable. So what you want to do is push the back side out to reset them. So they look like that. Do the same for the bottom. Go ahead and reset that and set those aside. Run your fingers along the edge of the door panel, get under the edge of it and gently pull out. You're going to release the plastic retaining buttons there. Once this is loose here, you want to lift up on that door panel, slide it up and out and set it aside. Going to install our power window switch here. You want to go ahead and put the key in the on position here. We need to go ahead and raise up our window glass. We want to gain access to these two 10mm bolts. What these do is these support the glass onto the regulator. We're going to use our 10mm, loosen and remove these. Let's go ahead and raise our glass all the way up. Now using tape or suction cups or whatever you have available, you want to get and secure the glass in place so that the glass does not drop down. Lower that regulator. We can now go ahead and disconnect our power window motor right here. Use our trim tool and pop this out. Now here you should have three 10mm nuts, one here, one here, one here. Ours is missing the one in the middle, so we're going to go ahead and loosen the two that we have. Over here, we have the three nuts securing the power window motor to the center brace. Loosen and remove those. And at this point, we can push the lower portion of the bracket in and then push the upper in, lower this down, and you just need to manipulate this through the door shell. Like so. Now before installing this component here, you are going to need to source 2 small bolts and 2 nuts, as the motor mounts only has 1 stud here, so you'll need to install 2 nut and bolts for these 2 here. So let's go ahead and feed the regulator into the body here, or into the door. Nut started on the upper stud here. Now we did source a replacement nut for the center here. Make sure you route this properly. You do not want the power window motor power cord getting caught in the glass actuation here. Now that we have all 6 of these nuts installed, let's go ahead and snug everything down. And bring that over, connect this. Now if you have a wire tie available, you can go ahead and anchor this down. Now this isn't necessary, however, it is good to go ahead and anchor this back. It had a retainer here, it was broken. Cut off the excess. Let's go ahead and erase our regulator. We're now going to remove the suction cups from our glass and lower this down into place. Now if you have tape, go ahead and remove the tape, and we're going to slowly lower this down until it meets up onto our track. Install your bolts. Once you have those started, go ahead and snug those down. Go ahead and test the actuator. Okay. Everything is working as it should. Let's go ahead and disconnect our window switch here. Shut off the ignition key. Now on the lower portion of your door panel, there should be another one of these metal mounting brackets over here on our door panel, but the car is old and it's separated, probably rusted off or whatever. But you want to pay attention to the plastic push pins, the retainers are on the bottom here. Make sure those are installed. If they popped off when you remove the door panel, simply use your trim tool and remove them off the bottom of the door shell. Lift this up and put it on the top. We have to hang the top of the window sweep here on the door sill itself. Wiggle it down into place, push it down. Then we can go ahead and press the retainers into the holes on the bottom of the door. Push the retainers in. On the outer edge here, let's install our plastic button retainers. I'm going to line these up and then push the buttons in. You're going to feel them lock into place. Do the same for the bottom. Go ahead and install the screws for the door pull. And with both of those tight, go ahead and install your plastic buttons here. Okay, put your button in there. Install the harness on your switch. You're going to feel it and hear it lock in. Insert the front portion first into the door panel. And then on your vehicle, you should have a retainer clip on the bottom. You just want to snap that down into place. Our retainer is broken on the bottom, but you do want to press that in until it snaps down and into place. When installing your trim bezel, you want to pay attention to the retainer clip here, and then there's one insert right here that needs to snap in. So pull this out, and you're going to insert this clip here first into the door panel and then snap this in. And snap it in. Press on your little caps. And you're all set.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.